name's Terri Huro. I'm the one doing the Within the Skin project. I'm documenting people, their skin scars, tattoos, birthmarks, pretty much anything. The human body itself is very interesting, and I think the things people do to their bodies and the things people have happened to their bodies are really interesting. And I really want people to kind of open up and let themselves be seen. That's something that, you know, a lot of people have a really hard time doing, and I'm hoping to create conversations. I'm hoping to get people thinking. I'm hoping people maybe won't be so judgmental about people anymore. I just wish everybody was comfortable in their own skin, I guess.
My name is Dee Kataska, and about 16 years ago I was diagnosed with something called ductal carcinoma in situ, and that means it's a cancer. It's technically a precancer, and it's encapsulated. It's not spreading. It was in my left breast, and at that time the options were a mastectomy or radiation, and I chose the mastectomy. In the hospital, the surgeon came in and was telling me that she had to do a little bit of a unique scar because of the way it was situated. And my husband said, "Hey, let's tattoo it." And decided that was a good idea. So waited a couple of years. We tried some henna tattoos, and my husband designed a tattoo we both like and had the scar tattooed. And it looked nice, but it was just this little thing. And I still felt really sort of mutilated. And so we started adding to it, and it's become this necklace that's gone all the way around my neck, and it's got butterflies and flowers and leaves. And when I look at myself in the mirror, I see this beautiful artwork rather than a missing breast or a mutilation. And it's just really helped me feel good about myself. It's helped both the healing mentally and emotionally and physically.
I was making my way home from work, and I was just north of Mora when a drunk driver swerved over basically 2 lanes and hit me head on. I was in and out for the most part. I don't remember a whole lot of it. Supposedly they threw me in a snowbank, put me in a snowbank I should say, to slow down the bleeding that I had that was coming from my head. And the next thing I remember, I was in the hospital. I had 2 or 3 surgeries. One was for my ear. One was for my, well, I was together, the tibia and the fibula and the femur bone. And the other one was my foot. They had to fuse my foot. They put a rod from like my hip area to my knee area, and then they put 2 screws in that one, and then they had a rod from my knee down to my ankle to the tibia. And then exactly a year later from the car accident, I had the rods removed out of my leg. And then exactly a year later after that, I had the foot fusion because the foot was all messed up. And then the ear, I had like 14 stitches put into it. It was actually cut into the ear canal. Then they said I had soft tissue on both feet, which was where the muscle pulled away from the bone, and they actually took bone particles with it. Fractured ribs. Oh yeah, brain contusion, yeah.
My name is Rex Lindberg, and the story of my tattoos begins in sometime in the middle 1990s. I saw a National Geographic article in one of their issues about a woman that had been that probably died 2,500 years ago or so, and was entombed in a sacred place in Mongolia. And they dug up her remains, and she was perfectly preserved. And they had fantastic pictures of this woman. They call her the Altai princess, Altai being the tribe that she belonged to. And the tattoos that she had on her body told the story of her life. And I was so impressed with this deal that I decided to put tattoos on me that would represent who I am, where I'm going, where I've been. And so it started back in the 1990s. My wife and I decided at that time that we would give presents to a tattoo every Christmas to each other. We didn't do it. We paid for somebody else to do it. And so ever since then, I've been expanding my story of my life on my body. And I find it just really fascinating to think of what really meant so much to me that year that I could enter it onto my book. One of the tattoos that I'm especially fond of is the tattoo of the frog that is walking on a path, and the path goes over a river on this bridge. And then the path winds its way up a hill and comes to a tree. Okay, so the frog is me. I did a guided meditation with a person up in northern Wisconsin called Jan Wise. And during this meditation, which is the first time that I had ever done anything like that, and it was really an incredible experience. But anyway, I identified myself as this amphibian, a frog. So I have that on my body, and this frog is on its way through life. And so it's a crooked path, and it crosses a river. Water is very important to me, and the bridge that it crosses is actually one of the trips that Dee and I took up to Iceland, and we spent some time in the Blue Lagoon. And outside the Blue Lagoon is this wonderful place where this water is bright blue, and it flows through a lava that is pitch black, and the colors and the scenery are just astounding. So that meant a lot to me that year, and I added it to my tattoos. And then the path kind of winds on further, and it comes to that tree, which is a tree that has been especially significant to me. It grows down in Zion on top of a rock with basically no soil. And so that's just an example, and I love my tattoos.
My name is Tammy, and I was burned in a fire June 5th, 1981. It happened, I put gas in our burning barrel with our garbage, and it blew up in my face. I was in the hospital till July 17th, 1981, when they let me out early. So with that, I probably have had, I think I had 10 surgeries when I was in the hospital, and I probably had like 6 after throughout. The last one was 10 years ago, I believe. My scars, they don't know why, but they keep growing and tightening, and they have to do surgery to release them so I can have movement in my neck. I was 13 when it happened, and it was tough. It was very, very tough. Up until recently, I think that's what I thought people always noticed first. That was the first thing that anybody was going to notice, you know. But that's not really a bad thing either. Now that I've come to terms with the whole thing, it's just the way it is. It ain't any different than somebody noticing that I have brown eyes, or, you know, looking at my tattoos. You know, that's what I want, you know. I have the scars, I'm still alive. That's, you know, that's the way it's going to be, and I don't have a problem with it anymore.
I wish people would feel comfortable in their own skin, and I think being open about it is really kind of a first step to getting there. So everything I document will be on my Facebook page and at the county fair. After the county fair, I'll probably keep going with this project because it's been really fun and really interesting, and I've gotten some great feedback from people, so I think it's a good thing.